Hello everyone, and welcome back to mountmoontcg. Well, hopefully by the time this video comes out, it will be September 22nd. Because that's when Pokemon 151 is scheduled to release right here in the US. Now, Pokemon 151 is not a main series set, it is a mini set to celebrate the original 151 Pokemon that we all know and love. So, when a new set comes out here on mountmoontcg, I have to go over the top 10 cards that I think are going to be the best from that set. And when I mean by best, I mean the most competitive. So here are the top 10 cards from Pokemon 151. And at number 10, we have Arbok EX. And for 3 Darkness Energy, it does 150 damage, and your opponent discards 2 cards from their hand. Now, this could be very interesting. Now, if your opponent has like 2 prize cards left, you can Iono them to 2 cards in hand, attack with Arbok, your opponent has to discard those 2 cards, and they have no cards left in their hand. I'm also very curious to see how Arbok might do in the format, because we still have cards like, Darkrai and Dark Patch, so Arbok could see some play in the future. And that is why Arbok is here at number 10. In at number 9, we have Zapdos EX. Now, Zapdos EX is in here because I think it could be decent in some Miraidon EX lists. So what Zapdos EX does is, its ability states that if Zapdos EX has an energy, a basic lightning energy attached to it, it has free retreat. So, not too bad. And then for 3 lightning energy, it does 120, and does 90 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Now, Miraidon decks normally don't hit the bench, but this Zapdos could be something very fun. Of course, we still have things like Lost Box in the format, so hopefully you can take a double knockout with Zapdos here, and that is why he's here at number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have Giovannis Charisma. Now, Giovannis Charisma is a supporter card that can maybe hurt your opponent and help you out at the same time. What Giovannis Charisma does is, you put an energy card attached to your opponent's active Pokemon back into that owner's hand. Then, you attach an energy card from your hand to your active Pokemon. So not only is this, getting rid of an energy on their board so maybe they can't attack next turn, but also it's a bit of energy acceleration. But yeah, I think Giovanni's Charisma could be a very interesting card in the future, just to see who or what kind of decks would take advantage of a card like this. So yeah, Giovanni's Charisma is here at number 8. Next in at number 7, we have Jinx EX. Jinx EX might be very interesting in the future. This card pairs up nicely with the Hypno in this set, and I'll tell you why. So, if we look at Jinx's first attack for a water and double colorless, 2 colors energy, if your opponent's active Pokemon is asleep, it is knocked out. Okay, that's very, very interesting. So, what does Hypno have to do with this? I'm glad you asked. So Hypno, when you evolve a Drowsy into a Hypno, Hypno has the ability where if you evolve this Pokemon this turn, your opponent's active Pokemon is asleep. So you kind of see where we're going with this with Hypno and Jinx. This is why I placed Jinx right here on my list. In at number 6, we have Charizard EX. Charizard EX could be a very interesting card in the future. Because it kind of goes with the other Charizard EX, that came out literally like a month or so ago. So Charizard lovers, you're gonna love this card. So what Charizard EX does is, for 1 fire energy, it does 60 damage, and then I believe it's 100 damage more if Charizard EX is damaged. Okay, not bad for 1 energy. But the big attack for 4 fire energy is it does 330. Yeah, it knocks out pretty much any Pokemon in the format. 330, that's a lot of damage. I know somebody's going to try and make this Charizard deck work. More power to you guys. I don't know if this Charizard EX is worth the hype, but I think it's worth putting on this list since the Obsidian Flames Charizard is kind of doing decent in the standard format right now. So for the fact it can do a lot of damage, yeah, it's here at number 6. In at number 5, we have Wigglytuff EX. This powerful pink puffball could be very interesting going forward. It's got 250 HP. But remember when I talked about Charizard a little earlier, Charizard might not be able to one-shot this, and I'll tell you why. Wigglytuff EX has an ability that if Wigglytuff EX has a special energy attached to it, it gets 100 more HP. Yeah, 350 HP on a stage 1. Wigglytuff. Yep, this tough little Wiggly. Anyhow, this tough little Pokemon is can take a punch. Yeah, the attack is a 90 plus 90 if you play the supporter this turn. Which, considering that there are, supporter cards to help heal Wigglytuff EX, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Like I mentioned with the Charon's Care and the Cheryl. But I think Wigglytuff deserves its spot here at number 5. In at number 4, we have Ditto. That was a bad Ditto impression, I'm sorry. But yeah, we have Ditto here. So Ditto could be interesting, because Ditto's ability states that, you can only use this ability on your first turn. And when it's in the active spot, keep that in mind, you search your deck for a basic Pokemon, and you put it in Ditto's spot, and Ditto goes in the discard pile. So essentially, this could be, if you're running, say, 4 Arceus V, this could be your 5th Arceus V, or if you play 4 Dittos, it's 8 Arceus V. If you, Arceus V decks like to, get energy attached and Trinity Nova and stuff pretty quick. After turn 1, it's kind of a dead card, but like with Battle VIP Pass, that's kind of the same scenario if you get what I'm saying. So it'll be very interesting to see how players play Ditto. So I think with the potential for it to kind of be, I don't want to say similar to the next Battle VIP Pass, so I think for the potential, Ditto is here at number 4. Next up at number 3, we have Alakazam EX. Now, for ladies and gentlemen that might not be, too familiar with the Pokemon trading card game, it's really good to see Alakazam in this set. But what's even better is that we do have a Kadabra in this set. For 20 plus years, there's, not been a Kadabra card, printed. We're going to get to the big attack here, but we're going to cover the other attack. For 2 colorless energy, it does 90 plus, and then 30 more for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Cool, we've seen this before on Palkia V-Star and stuff like that. But ladies and gentlemen, the second attack, for 2 psychic energy, 120 damage. You can use this attack when Alakazam EX is on the bench. Yes, you heard that right. Alakazam EX can attack from the bench. This is huge. I don't think there's ever been an attack like this in the Pokemon TCG. You can have some kind of stalling Pokemon in the active, and you could just keep attacking with Alakazam. You can tell I'm a little bit excited about Alakazam here. But then again, Alakazam has, I've thought great things about a certain Alakazam card that I thought was going to be broken, and it wasn't, so I should probably put my excitement in check. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Mega Alakazam. Yeah, I've never been so wrong about a card before in my life. But I think this Alakazam EX is something to get excited about. So yes, Alakazam is here at number 3. In at number 2, we have Blastoise EX. Blastoise EX, where have you been, buddy? I've been right here. How come I'm not number 1? Oh, buddy, you're number 2, and you beat the Charizard EX in this set. I'll take it. I'm glad I have your approval. Yes, number 2, we have Blastoise EX. So Blastoise EX has an ability where it takes 30 less damage from attacks. Okay, cool. Need to do a 360 to one-shot Blastoise, but okay, cool. But the attack though. For 2 water energy, you discard the water energy as you want, and you do 140 for each you discard. Up to 2, of course. So the max you can do is 280 damage. So yeah, your boy Blastoise is going to be here at number 2 for the fact that there's so much water support right now, and the fact that it can do 280 damage, one-shot a lot of big cards. I think that gives it enough reason to be here at number 2, and also the fact that it's kind of a tank too. You gotta do 360 damage to it because of the ability. So yeah, your boy Blastoise is here at number 2. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. What card is here at number 1? It is Mew EX. So Mew EX is here for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's a basic 3 reasons. Number 1, it's a basic Pokemon, 180 HP. Little kind of annoying because normally basic Pokemon EXs have higher HP, but I digress. It's a basic Pokemon. It's got the ability where you can draw until you have 3 cards in hand. So you can do that a couple of times if you have more Mew EXs in play. Kind of similar to the Instructor Oranguru. And also the attack is kind of interesting. For 3 colorless energy, you copy one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks. Yeah. Mew EX has kind of had a history of, copying, Pokemon's attacks. I mean, we had the Mew EX from the Black and White era that could copy any of your attacks. There was another Mew EX too in like the Evolutions World Championship deck. I believe that's what it was. Chris will show the picture here. That could also copy attacks. And then we have this one, the Mew that can copy your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks. I think it's safe to say that Mew EX is the best card from this set. The potential is there. It's a basic, can help draw you some cards to get out of a bad situation. The attacks it can do is literally endless. I think it's good enough reason to put it here at number 1. But let me know what you guys think. What are your top 10 cards from Pokemon 151? Leave it down in the comment section down below. And don't forget, Pokemon 151 releases September 22nd. And as always, make sure you hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and be sure to join us for some extra perks right here on mountmoontcg. We'll see you next time. Take that, Charizard. I'm higher than you on this list, and I'm coming for you. Don't mess with the Stoice.